Well, it really is quite something what Mike O'Shea has built with the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. 96-62, a winning percentage just above 600, 7 10-win seasons, and of course 2-1 in the Grey Cup over the last 3 years. Made the playoffs in 7 of his 9 years as well. Obviously, they're in some legendary company with Bud Grant. And Jim, let's start with you on O'Shea and the fact that this didn't happen overnight. He built what they've got there now in Winnipeg.
Well, O'Shea's an interesting case because great players rarely become great coaches. Most great players, they struggle because players don't prepare, don't do the things they did that made them great, and it's very frustrating for them. I called O'Shea in 2010, and he was making a bunch of money, and I said, why don't you come and coach? Did you ever think about it? His family living in Milton, having a blast, and he went and talked to Rasheer, and it's funny because 2 days ago he said, you know what? It was like a godsend, and he's been nothing but excited about it. And to kind of summarize O'Shea, so he was our special teams coach. I said, hey, O'Shea, I'd like to see your playbook. And he brings in this book, and on the first page and I couldn't even read it. It was, now I have bad eyes, I'm a little older, but it was so minuscule that you got glasses, but nobody could have read it. And I'm trying to figure, and it just said focus, and that's all it was. And he says, Coach, this is all it takes to be a great special teams player. That's what I want our players to understand. If they just focus every day. And you know what? That's the way he coaches his football team. This football team has become the image of their head coach. And I think that's a great tribute to him. He has stayed the course. He's never wavered. And I'm really proud of him for that. Nothing has changed him. He is now what he was in 2010 when he gave me that thing that said focus, and that's his playbook.
Right. Another former player, Jason Maas, did an outstanding job this year in Montreal. And, he won games early in the season for a new organization with new coaches. That's a huge thing to get the buy-in from the players. He won games when he lost his starting quarterback. A couple of games Cody was out of it. He was able to find ways to win football games. Every time I had a conversation with Jason, he talked about creating a culture where all we cared about is getting better week to week, playing better. And as a head coach, I think you need to understand what your team's good at and continue to build that. What do? Their identity on offense, get the ball to their playmakers on the outside and the perimeter, let Cody complete his high percentage passes. Don't put your excellent defense in bad positions, and then put yourself in position to win each and every game.
What's impressed me about Jason this year is he made a major change to his demeanor on the sideline.
Absolutely.
Is totally different now than it was 2 years ago, and or 5 years ago when he was in Edmonton, however long ago that. Again, my brain doesn't work quite as quickly, but. He was able to make the conscious change, and he is much more calm on the sideline. He's going to get mad, and he's going to have that look like he's going to tear somebody's head off. But you know what? Overall, he has been a different type of head coach, and I give him plaudits for that because I think he knew he had to do it to get to this game.
Let me say one quick thing about O'Shea. That organization in his third year, he had started out 1-4, and they gave him the opportunity. He won 5 games his second year.
Pushed through it.
They let him keep playing, and then turned it around, kept getting better players, and then they made their plays.
It's a great matchup because they're more like each other than they aren't.